You're listening to the Geekscape Network.
Time to fire up the VCR. This one's my favorite. That was gold.
Welcome, Analog Jones and the Temple of Film. I'm Steve.
And I'm Matt.
And we're a VHS podcast that looks at the, oh wait, we aren't a podcast now. Now we're on the YouTubes.
We're on the videos and on the ears. So either way, now you can look at us and listen to us. And I promise it'll be just as grating on video as it is in your ears.
Yeah, so you have to look at our faces. Sorry, well, you're the one who clicked on the video. It's not our fault.
Yeah, we just put it here. What you do with it after is up to you.
We're part of the Geekscape Nation. You can go to geekscape.net and you can see shows like this or Movie Night. That's why I wore the shirt. I figured on the first one, look at you guys, you're getting free press, even though you don't need it. But let's get into our tape that we went into, and I got this one because I went to San Diego Comic-Con and I heard a writer named Marv Wolfman talk about a story where he had to take a Transformers 2-part episode in 2 days, write the entire script, including every Transformer that had not been seen in the show for over a year. That's crazy.
Yeah, so you sought this episode out after hearing that story, and you're like, well, what episodes are these? How do I find it? We got to talk about them.
So I did a rare thing. I went to eBay, found the VHS, because usually we don't like to do that. We like to find them in the wild, but this would have taken me forever. Who has old, like, Generation 1 VHS of these? But when I went to eBay, apparently everyone. Because they're cheap. I got this cheap. So why don't you go ahead and get it, and we'll talk about Transformers Volume 7, The Return of Optimus Prime.
There it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Transformers, born in the weeks behind. Autobots wage their rebellion to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, born in the weeks behind. The Transformers.
Yeah, this is a 2-part episode. So it's both episodes on this tape of the original Transformers. This tape doesn't have a date in which the tape itself came out, but we know the episodes are from 1986. Yeah, it doesn't say when this tape came out, but 1986 is when the episodes aired.
I remember these like brightly colored ones, with just a slipcase. This had to be like a reprint. I'm gonna say early 90s, probably.
Yeah, this looks like a 90s cover.
Yeah.
In my mind. Like this, I can tell it's the 80s show, but this looks like a very 90s layout of cartoon.
I think the point of these ones was like where you could line them up on your shelf and then everyone could see the brightly colored, it's Transformers Generation 1.
Yeah. The original Transformers.
The OG.
As it says on this tape here.
This is like episode 93, 94 of both of these. And then they've got the descriptions on the back, but I mean, if you saw this ever, would you pick this up?
The Return of Optimus... Yeah, I think I would. I think I'd be interested enough to be like, this is obviously a special episode, because I knew... I'm not just saying it out there, like, I don't really know anything about the Transformers cartoons. I've seen episodes, but I never followed it. I haven't seen all of it. I don't know most of the characters' names. More of my knowledge comes from the Michael Bay movies of the Transformers, unfortunately.
There's too many characters.
It's true.
There is so many. I mean, they were just pumping them out, hoping my generation would buy them, because I was born in 82, so this was perfect for me.
Yeah.
Now, my brother and older cousins, they own more of the toys. I was getting more of the Ninja Turtles, but I got the tail end of this and loved them. Because, I mean, they were just such cool toys.
Yeah, see, my generation had, like, Beast Wars. because the 90s, like that's I grew up in the 90s in like 96, 95 when Beast Wars came out. Then that was sort of revitalized the Transformers brand again. That was more mine. So I missed these, but this being like an episode 90, whatever, like you just said, being like a later after the movie, I feel like more these kind of episodes than like the OG original episodes, like episodes 10 and 12, as opposed I like the more later into the 90s of the episodes because now like that's where all the money is. You can just tell your big stories. It's 80s excess at this level here, whereas the early episodes of the cartoon feel more normal, and I didn't grow up with that, so I don't relate to those as much.
Yeah, you got the Beast Wars. So you got the early, like, 3D animation TV shows. Because I think all of these Generation 1 and everything, they hold up better than, say, Beast Wars.
I'm sure.
I've seen some of the stuff on YouTube on Beast Wars, and it just like, woof, wow.
We could put in a clip of Beast Wars right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
Optimus, maximize!
There you go.
There it is.
You see what I mean? What was the? It was Optimus Primal.
I didn't watch that one really either. It was on in my generation, but I wasn't super into it.
Before you left for school, it was just on.
It was just there, yeah. I wasn't super into that. I remember that used to air like with like Beetleborgs. Remember that show?
Yeah, I remember that. But getting back into this tape, when we, go ahead and read the descriptions.
Yeah, so I mean, this is what your back looks like. It's not very exciting. It's just kind of your description blocks and a couple images from the episodes.
Incredibly simple. It's like, here's 2 images, here's 2 titles, here's 2 descriptions.
Yeah.
Go.
So, The Return of Optimus Prime Part 1 is an evil scientist and his assistant decide it's time to rid Earth of Autobots and Decepticons. Their plan is to use Optimus Prime's lifeless body to lure every robot to their lab, then infect them with sun spores, an alien plague that instills a hatred so overwhelming that Autobots and Decepticons will want to destroy one another. It's too late to stop the madness when it's clear the sunspore virus is deadly to all life. The universe's only hope is to revive Optimus Prime.
Yeah, we should highlight the word madness.
Yeah. Here's our second one when things maybe clear up a little bit. The Return of Optimus Prime Part 2. Skylynx returns with the only being able returns with the only being.
Is there a typo?
Yeah. Skylynx returns with the only being able
to repair Optimus Prime.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. With the only...
It's Transformers.
Like the only thing being able to repair Optimus Prime?
No, I mean being, like a being.
With the only being able... Oh!
Yeah. It does sound weird.
Now I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Skylynx returns with the only being able to repair Optimus Prime, a quintesson. If Optimus recovers, he and his Autobots will need to find a metal alloy that will protect Prime from sunspores while he ventures inside a virtual world containing the wisdom of the ages. Their destination lies deep inside heavily guarded Decepticon territory. Now both Autobot and Decepticon must put aside their differences and work together if either expects to survive. So it seems actually like part 1 of this was like the inspiration for the last Transformers movie, The Last Night. Not Bumblebee, but like the last Transformers movie. The Last Night, Transformers 5, seems to be following this storyline. And they seem to be setting up this storyline for the next Transformers movie, which isn't going to happen because the bottom fell out on those movies. So Bumblebee was there to reboot it. But it seemed like that's where they were going with the story.
By the way, I think they're called quintessons.
I thought it was quintesson.
His engines, they cannot take the strain.
Rekgar, any hope the Junkions can repair him?
He's dead, Jim.
Who built Optimus in the first place?
The Quintessons, and they revived him once before. Come in, Skylynx. Bring me a Quintesson.
A Quintesson? But they're in hiding at the far reaches of the galaxy.
I don't know. There's too much going
on.
I think they're the squid creatures from the movie, which like switch the heads and like they're with the Sharkicons and everything on that planet. But so popping this tape in, the one thing I really liked, I had never heard of Rhino. What was it? Rhino Animation? Rhino Kid?
Rhino Video, but this is Kid Rhino.
Kid Rhino.
So this is their kid division.
So Rhino you said, did a lot of older...
Yeah, they put out a lot of like Roger Corman movies from the 50s.
So New World Order? Or no, New World Order. New World Productions?
Whatever they were in the 50s and 60s, though. Like the black and white ones.
Oh, okay.
So they might have been like just American International Pictures at that point or whatever. But they put out a lot of those. A lot of the early Mystery Science Theaters came out on Rhino Video. Stuff like that. Like I guess stuff that eventually would be like something weird video or something like that. Like they started off with a lot of in the 90s. I think even Attack of the Killer Tomatoes came out on a Rhino.
Oh, okay. All right.
Very 70s, 60s, 50s B movies basically is what they put out.
Well, right when it starts, it's fun. They set the tone right away with the FBI warning where they're drawing on the face. So here's what it looks like. You see, like that's fun. Like right away, I wanna watch this if I was a kid. So I was like, well, I want more Rhino videos. But then it goes into like that weird thing. I wrote it down too because it was so the questions were what do you get when you cross a kid with a rhino? And it was like 1, a wild beast that loves to skateboard. Nope. A child with a big horn on his forehead. Nope. Totally awesome home video fun? Yep. And
then it's a clip show that it's like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Jem and the Holograms, a lot of the 80s stuff that they must have picked up cheap in a bundle somewhere to release on video.
Well, and then we get the one that was just, I was fascinated with. I have no idea. I've never heard of this. It's called Sid and Marty Krofft present HR Puffin' Stuff.
HR Puffin' Stuff. Who's your friend when things get rough? HR Puffin' Stuff. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
You never heard of HR Puffin Stuff?
No,
I used to watch this as a kid. I used to watch those.
When did that come out? Like,
they were 70s.
70s?
Yeah, but they had a big boom in the 90s again with like Fox Family or whatever channel they were on. They kind of came back. I watched these. It's guys in like big suits and puppets and humans. It's very weird, very strange stuff. But
they're smoking some dope.
It was
or dropping
mushrooms.
Acid.
Mushrooms, acid.
Something.
Yeah, absolutely acid trip stuff.
Because as soon as I saw the full suit puppet man thing, I was like, "What is going on?"
Those were awesome. I like those shows a lot, actually.
And that would terrify your lady.
Yes, absolutely.
She would right when we went to a VHS show, and right when I mentioned it. She was like, "No, absolutely not." In fact, it was like just sprinkled with sauciness too. She's like, "No." Love it. So let's get into the tape, the actual cartoon here. My head exploded.
Yeah, so I followed it for about 15 minutes. And it's 46 minutes long, the 2 episodes put together. And about 15 minutes of it, the setup, I'm in. I'm following it. I know what's going on. The angry dad, the kid with the robot legs, like everything is making sense. And then they start pouring on every Transformer known to man, and they all start getting infected with the spores. So then they just turn red, which I can't tell them apart. Then if I can't tell by colors, so like I am immediately then lost. I'm with it, and then I am gone.
I was trying to write down all the Transformers that I knew, or at least look up their names and everything, and I gave up about 20 minutes. Well, almost at the end of the first episode, I'm like, I can't do this, maybe 10 minutes into the episode, it's because my head was just like, what is going on? There's so much. I got the Terracons turn into Abominus. the Technobots, which are like the scientist robots, which I don't really remember much. I think I remember the guy who turns into a microscope, but I don't know. Technobots form Computron, and Optimus apparently is there to fight them and steal an alloy, which I had no idea what that was about until the second episode slows down a bit, and I'm like, oh.
I need the alloy to protect Optimus Prime.
Yeah, and then, they're in space. I think they find Optimus Prime's body, which made me start to think, so how weird is it that, if you're a Transformer, Decepticon, your body doesn't decompose.
Yeah.
It's just there.
You just float in space.
So it's kind of like an airplane graveyard,
Yeah.
Is there somewhere where it's just a bunch?
There's gotta be. There's gotta be a planet of just a bunch of dead fucking robots.
Is that what the junk planet is, though?
Oh,
from
maybe.
the movie?
Maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know. Somewhere there's just gotta be imagine how creepy that would be. You could make that super creepy.
Yeah, you could do something fun with that.
But yeah, so they find his body floating around, I guess, before a supernova hits. And then they bring back a virus of spores. And right when I heard spores, all I thought about was the G.I. Joe movie. Not the spores!
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
This definitely gave me G.I. Joe vibes all around because I didn't know from moment to moment what was going on.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe movie flashbacks.
Yeah, I was just
what? My brain hurts. I can't keep up with this. But I tried, and then I forgot that Hot Rod got a new name, Rodimus Prime, or Rodimus, which I don't like the name Rodimus.
Yeah.
It
sounds like a boner. My Rodimus. My Rodimus Prime.
Now we know what Matt calls it. And then there was Superion and Defensor.
Put together an assault force. Protectobots, Hotspot, Streetwise, Groove, First Aid and Blades. Transform into Defensor. Aerial Bots, Silverbolt, Air Raid, Skydive, Firefly and Slingshot. Transform into Superion. Throttlebots, transform. And finally, last but not least, Blur, Bumblebee, Steeljaw, and Wheelie, transform! Jessica, climb in. Autobots, roll!
They're affected. They're like the giant robots. So what Marv Wolfman did was he just started throwing in the giant Transformers that connect.
Yeah.
That turn into, Power Rangers. And it's just okay, I get why you did that. But then Galvatron gets involved in this, and I was confused. I'm like, wait, so did they go out sometime? They went out in space? Or did Galvatron come to Earth? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. Early on in the episode, I was happy to see that there was a brief appearance of the Dinobots.
Very brief.
Very brief, but I know them. That is an area of Transformers I'm aware of, so I was happy to see them for a second at the beginning.
Yeah, did they even have lines?
They had lines, but they didn't do anything. I don't think they fought or anything. They just were there.
Yeah, and it's just so much going on, and then a bunch of the Transformers turn red because when you're affected, you become red, and we see that on the cover.
Yes.
I don't even know who that Transformer is. That's Hot Rod right there in the corner, and Prime above him because Optimus Prime is better. That's what we're all saying. Yeah. I was never a Hot Rod hater.
I was not familiar enough with any of the stuff to care.
I remember the everyone would get so upset. Hot Rod sucks. He's the worst. I'm like, well, maybe his name's the worst, but I liked him as the car, not as the car
leader.
He turns into a car with a giant. I don't know. They try to make him somewhat look like Optimus Prime, where he's turned into a big hot rod van. I don't even know what that is. I don't know, but it's not a good look. So, but I get it. They stuck in Hot Rod just to sell more toys. That's probably what pissed more of the hardcore fans off. Plus, they killed Optimus Prime, which didn't work out. But yeah, I remember Metroplex was in this. The gigantic Transformer. Did they ever come out with a toy of that?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
This is Metroplex, Autobot City, Earth's last line of defense. When under attack, Metroplex thunders into action as a battle station, finally transforming into an awesome robot. But can Metroplex beat off the new Decepticons? Robots in disguise from Hasbro.
I'm sure they did.
But how big would it be? Because he's like a city.
They probably just have it at regular size, but they're like, hey, this is the big one.
You think they'd come out with like $100 toys.
Like a play set?
So the rich kids could buy it.
Maybe they did. It was in the Sears catalog or something.
It's true. Like, we can probably find... And then Ultra Magnus is infected. Ultra Magnus to me is always like a weird transformer. Like, is he powerful? I mean, he's big.
Yeah, I don't know which one that is.
I was never an Ultra Magnus fan. But yeah, so there's... If you go to like the Wiki Transformers, they list all the Transformers, Decepticons, and humans in this. And there's just...
It's like an endless amount.
And like I said, like 10 minutes in, this is it. This is my notes. I have one page because I just gave up. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
I had to take a break between watching the 2 episodes because it was like exhausting to watch. Like, cause my brain is like trying to work, but like I don't know what's happening from moment to moment. So like I literally needed to like take a break in between. So like last night I watched the first one, and then before I came over here today, I watched the second one. Like, I needed to give my brain a rest.
Yeah, I rested too. It's just too much. So it was a lot. I think I understood the second one more, because 1, it slows down a little bit, and 2, I wasn't trying to keep up with notes. I was just, like, watching it. I mean, the second one's not as much madness, but the first one, there's 2 humans that I remember. The Doctor, which is Dr. Father, I'll call him. I don't know his name because I don't care. But I remember Jessica.
Yeah.
And Jessica's like, no, Dad, Optimus Prime is good. The Transformers are good. And he's not hearing it. He mansplains that they're bad.
Yeah, and she's got robot legs now. He's not a part of that. He's not into that.
Yeah, she gets, like, a rock falls on her. Then the Transformer saves her. But the dad's still like, damn you Transformers, get off my lawn.
Exactly. Like, they're the problem. You were riding with one when that's why you got your legs cut off or whatever. And then they give her Transformer legs.
And I think they use Optimus Prime's body to infect all the Transformers and Decepticons. Like, Rodimus Prime runs into there, and then I guess they get released, and then before you know it, the news is reporting that all the Autobots and Decepticons are infected with a hate virus.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I get it. The guy had 2 days. Hate virus works for me. And he probably watched the G.I. Joe movie. He's like, spores, cool,
done,
got it.
Done deal. Yeah, I actually had more of a hard time with the second episode because but only because I had made it like 15 minutes into the first one, knowing what was going on, understanding it, and then it descends into madness, but then it's over, and then I'm like, okay, like they brought at the end of the episode, obviously they bring Optimus Prime back and he's back to life, and then they end it, and then they kind of do like the explain of like the couple of new Transformers at the end of the episode thing that they do, their Transformer recap, and I was like, okay, all right. And then the second episode starts, but it starts, there's so much, and I feel like there's more Transformers in the second episode than the first one. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I get it, I get the basic gist of it, but then, like, from moment to moment, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
And they brought other Transformers to life, right? Like Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee gets upgraded.
He gets a new name?
Yeah, which I don't remember.
Yellowcon? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
And then I remember there was the old grizzly man. He comes back from the movie. Or he's just like, back in my day, back in the blah 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 war. He's got the grizzled voice.
Yeah, okay.
And then like they team up with Galvatron.
Yeah.
And then there's a spider.
Let's hurry. I don't like this. Oh my! It looks like I was wrong!
A spider!
Autobots can't fly! Thanks, boy. I'll remember this.
Oh, don't mention it. It was really nothing. You don't have to thank me. Any self-respecting Autobot would have done the same thing, so don't worry about thanking me. It was nothing.
No!
Yep, they have to walk across the web, and Galvatron can fly, and the other ones can't. And
I was getting Ewok vibes from that. The Ewok movies. Like, wasn't there's a spider in that one?
Is there one of those?
One of them.
I've only seen one of the two, and I don't know which one. So
it doesn't matter. It's like once you've seen one of those, you're like, yeah, Ewoks can speak English now.
Sure. Okay.
Whatever. I'm sure that makes sense in the entire galaxy. Who gives a shit? Oh wait, can we swear on this? I guess we can.
Right? I mean, our listeners.
Whatever.
Know what they're in for.
I don't know how YouTube works.
I don't either. I don't know how any technology works. That's why I'm an analog man living in the digital world.
But yeah, I remember Optimus Prime then becomes silver, because I guess not to be infected, you have to cover yourself with the alloy that whatever Decepticons stole at the beginning. What was that? Abominus? Mm-hmm. Abominus Rex?
Steals the alloy. The steel alloy.
Yeah.
To protect from the virus.
But and then he saves the day. Optimus Prime, I love it because they even take Hot Rod and make him infected, letting the audience know. We know who you don't like, so Optimus Prime is going to come and save the day.
Nobody messes with me! Okay, who's next?
Let's talk, Rodimus.
Optimus! I thought you were dead.
The preservation of our very existence is at stake. Madness has infected the entire galaxy. The Autobots, the Decepticons, the humans. They threaten to wipe each other out of existence. We've got to fight the madness. You've got to help me, Rodimus.
Help the universe?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
Look out, Optimus! He's crazed! I don't want to hurt you, Rodimus.
Don't worry, Optimus, you won't!
And he does, and then, I mean, that's it. It's just, he bang, bang, boom, boom, cure. It's fun. I mean, I have to admit, when Optimus Prime gets on screen and he's awoken, it's just fun.
Yeah, it's fun to see Optimus play with the guys after you know that it's been a while that he's been there. I didn't see all the episodes or anything like that, but you get the feel that he hasn't been around, and getting him to say roll out again is exciting. It's fun.
Autobots roll out!
But I had no clue what was happening from moment to moment, though. It was just chaos. It was so many, he said that he had to put in 450 characters. I don't know if that's how many there were necessarily in there, but maybe in the background or whatever. Well, but there's still so many in there, and then they're all red that when they're infected, so I don't know who's who. It's a lot to try to figure out. And it goes pretty fast, too. It's 46 minutes, but you're like, it's exhausting.
Your brain needs a break.
Yeah.
You're just breathe, try to absorb all... Nope, can't.
Yeah.
It's just because I just remember they're on Earth, they're on their planet, they're on a moon, and they're fighting, zap, zap, boom, boom, and then the infected... I don't even know if they're all interlinked, the infected, or they're just have one goal of kill everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're interlinked. I think it's their hate. It's just their hate. There's a hate put into them, so then they have to just fight each other and destroy each other because of the hate.
Yeah, I'm thinking he wrote 450 characters, and then they received the script, and they're like, Marv, this is crazy. He's like, this is what you wanted. I could see a boss doing that.
Yeah, this is too much, and it's like, that's what you asked for.
Yeah, so it's nuts. The whole episode is nuts. It's fun seeing Optimus Prime back. Where did they go from here after this? Like, you bring Optimus Prime back, you just...
Then it just becomes the show again? Like the old show with Optimus leading the pack again? Is that how that goes?
Well, I think that's what Episode 9 is going to be like in Star Wars. Like, so you burn everything down just to bring it all back? The Emperor's back? Yeah, okay. I'm sure Skywalker, I'm sure Luke will be there. This is just basically, they're repeating the same thing Transformers did.
Yeah. Except I'm really excited about Star Wars.
Wow.
I was very confused during this.
That's true.
I'm very excited about that Star Wars trailer. The new one dropped, and my excitement went from like, yeah, I'm excited because it's a Star Wars movie, to be like, yeah, I really want to see that. Like now, I'm through the roof excited about this.
See, I rolled my eyes when the Emperor laugh came out, and I'm like, well, of course you're bringing back someone. Because you're scared.
Fine with it. I'm fine. Yeah, but I'm also fine with it.
But I mean, that's what Hasbro did with this. They're like, well, we have to bring him back because everyone's mad at us, and we want them to keep buying toys. So please don't be mad.
They didn't just bring back Optimus Prime. They brought back
everyone.
Well, and they brought back the touch and the the end of the episode. That fucking song that's in the movie.
Stan Bush somewhere was smiling. He's like, yeah, baby, you got the touch.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got the power.
Yeah, man.
Wonder Son, this world is ours. Optimus Prime shall die again.
You got the touch.
What is this?
You got the power.
Now light our darkest hour.
You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be riding the eye of the storm. You got the heart. You got the motion.
Gregory?
Jessica.
You got the power.
That came on and that got me a little charged up though. I was like, I don't know what's happening in this episode, but now I feel hyped. Now I feel good. Just the fucking that song comes on and I'm pumped.
80s rock and roll. I just imagine someone in a wind machine, big hair everywhere, just like Transformers like on a backdrop and just showing clips from the show. Stan Bush rocking out.
1986, just the height of excess. Just excess everywhere. Yeah, it's good. It's wonderful.
It's fun.
It's wonderful. Yeah, so I was really excited to hear that at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, I'm going to listen to that entire album now.
Yeah, it's good.
Except the ones I skip. Which are a few that like, it's like the war. Or I remember in the album, there's the death of Optimus Prime. And it's like that really orchestra, synthesizer, like sad. And I'm like, skip. All right, do you recommend this?
I don't know if I recommend this. It's a weird enough thing that, like, maybe if you're a collector of this sort of thing or, like, a specific period of the animation, maybe. But, like, if you're just a casual fan like me where you've seen episodes but not all of the episodes and you don't know all the characters, it might be a little bit too much for you like it was for me. I would never watch this again. So, like, maybe I wouldn't recommend this unless it's something you're super into.
I think you have to be a collector to want this. Unless this is, like, one of your favorite episodes. I feel like this was the Dragon Ball Z VHS problem. There's too many, so to like actually collect them all would take like an entire shelf because there's so many episodes, and especially if they only have 2 per tape, which I think Dragon Ball Z was kind of like that, maybe 3, I don't remember. But you just like it just took so long to collect all of them, and they just took up too much space.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it unless this was an episode you were super into or this was like a time period you were super into. It's too much, and you don't really know what's going on from moment to moment, so it's like kind of a waste of a watch.
Or like these big boxes. You see these? Oh, these are great. I would love to have a whole bunch of these. And they're even bigger.
Yeah.
But they're just, they look like a comic. Look, they look like a comic strip. Like right on there. And if you look at the back right there, I love these.
Yeah, those are more 80s.
Yeah.
Where I feel like this is definitely of the 90s. That's of the 80s.
Yeah, sure. And then it comes out in the clamshell that barely closes. The stickers fall. I'm going to put some more glue on that. But this one was, in Best Buy. Where it says, please be kind.
Oh, the Blockbuster rewind.
Yeah. What did I say, Best Buy?
Yeah.
Blockbuster? Yeah. And these were the FHEs, which I think came out with a lot of the Turtles, too, later on. But look at this.
That's a big motherfucker. Like that's a transformer in itself. What does that turn into?
Yeah, that's
what outdated technology does that turn into?
To me, this is just such a waste of money. Like, why are you printing these big boxes? But this was during the mid 80s, 85, 86, something like that. And it was just they wanted all these VHS boxes and everything to be huge.
Yeah, stand out, make them stand out on a shelf. If they're going to be on a shelf with a bunch of other tapes, like, what do we do to stand out? Bigger boxes, more color, a lot of plastic.
What I think it was is like people would walk into a video store and there wasn't as many videos, so you could get away with it. But once, the late 80s came and there's so many choices.
Yeah, in order to keep room for them, you needed the small slip cases again.
Yeah, the video stores, like, if you ever walked in the back, it was just like the crappy shelves filled with all these, and they're probably like, we need to sell these. And then you have the bins where they'd be like, just please take these tapes. Please take. We bought too many of Leprechaun.
Please just take these with you.
That's going to wrap it up on this one. Let us know if you enjoyed us on YouTube, if you want to see our pretty faces again. And then we'll get this out there. We'll also put an audio episode of it. It might not make any sense at all. It won't, but that's fine. It's fine.
We're just talking about Transformers. I think it'll make about as much sense as this episode did. Like the episode of the cartoon.
This episode will make a lot more sense than that thing. Like, we could be dancing the whole time. People would be like, oh, no, I get it. It's just Man and Steve. It's just... there's two of us. There's like 400 Transformers. It's insane. Yeah. I think it's closer to like 200.
But there's a lot. I don't know what any of them are. I know Optimus Prime and Bumblebee.
So, we should hit subscribe on the YouTube. That's our marketing. And then come back, and we'll have another video.
Yeah, we'll do more videos. We'll keep doing it. Obviously, audio episodes and stuff too. So just keep watching, keep subscribing to things, keep telling people about it. But then also tell us what you like.
Yeah.
So we can work around you guys. We can give you what you want. Give the people what they want. That's what we're here for.
What we'll have to do is a listener submitted month where we get one of them. Like we show the video that we own. Listener submission month's tough because we have to actually have the VHS.
Yeah, and they're hard to find, some of these. So we'll see.
Some of them can be, but one day we'll get we'll start getting Patreon money. Then we can just buy them.
Yeah. Patreon will just pay for the movies we need to talk about.
I'm just putting them out there. But remember to be kind.
And rewind.
Bye.